Hello there and welcome back to Project 52, where the goal is to produce 52 tracks in 1 year, and this week we are starting week 19, so let's get right into making this week's track. Alright, so as usual I have already started this week's track and here is everything so far. This one's going to be more of a progressive type of track because as you can see I'm like adding new elements in, I don't know, 4-bar intervals or something like that. I'm aiming to only have one recording session in this week's video and it's going to be this one, so I hope we are going to finish the track today. Maybe not mix and master wise, but like songwriting and arrangement wise, I'm hoping to get everything done today because it's in a actually pretty good shape already. But before we go into making further adjustments and more elements, I'll play you the track as it is so far. Maybe I'll just play it to you first in full and then just, I don't know, show you a couple of things that are like the main elements and how they are made. So here's the track so far for week 19 of Project 52. So this last section is still in progress, so this is what we are going to work on today, but everything before that is pretty much finished. I think, I don't know if we need to add anything in here. So let me show you a couple of elements. As you can see, maybe the main part is the drums. Maybe not the main part, but the most of the work that I have put into this track is in the drums. In the fullest section here, they are quite busy. So let me just play the drums in solo. So quite a bit of single hits and also some loops, like for example these two here. And then like these ones are chopped up loops. You know, a lot of hi-hats and rides and all this cool stuff, which sound like this. Then we have the bass. The bass is from Pigments and it sounds like this. Then we have the main sound. Actually, this is the sound that I started the whole idea with. And this is actually the first sound that I've made in Pigments myself. Up until now, I have been using just the presets because they are just so good. So I figured why not try to take on the challenge and make a sound in Pigments from scratch and then use that sound as the idea for this week's track. So that's what I did. And this is the sound that I made. It's using mostly the new modal engine, which is very cool, I think. And this is the sound that plays the repeating part, which just plays the background throughout the song. Then we have layer 2, that sound in the full section here, and that one sounds like this. This is a preset from Analog Lab. It's using SSF to filter itself in. And then we have this very cool accidental sound that I found. The only thing that I did for this is just like in the MIDI is that I just laid out some chords, and these are kind of unique in a way that we first play F sharp minor and the next chord is F sharp major, which gives the track this very kind of unique feel, kind of cinematic maybe. I don't know really how to describe it, but if you just have a listen to only the background Pigments preset that I showed you and then this sound here, the point where the minor chord switches to a major chord is kind of almost magical in a sense. I really don't know how to describe it, but let me just play it to you so you can have a listen. I mean, you heard the track just a minute ago or something, but let me just play it to you again. The reason that I said that this was kind of an accidental cool sound is that because I only made the chords, the preset is the reason that it's doing that arpeggio thing up and down. I can't bother to unfreeze the track at the moment, but the preset is, I think, from Augmented Piano. Yeah, I mean, that's all about that. It works really well in this track and I was very happy to find it. And then on top of those, we just have 2 tracks of noise, basically. And that's everything so far, so let's jump straight into making this next section here. So I don't actually yet have any ideas of what I want to do there, but let's just start playing around with ideas and maybe we can come up with something. Maybe not. So it's probably been like 30 minutes since I've talked anything. Oh, my hand is so tired. I've been just trying to figure out some sort of melody type thing for this section here, but I've just spent the time trying to find a cool sound from Analog Lab again. So that's my issue usually. I just spend way too much time looking for presets when I should be just writing the music. Let's maybe do the same thing as we did in the start. So just take out the volume from the leads and then do the little drum fill. So something like this. Let's go back here and just copy. Copy. Also, we need to change the chords apparently, so let's do that next. I don't know if this is a cool way to continue the track, maybe it isn't, but for some reason today is not a day that I have any inspiration for anything, so it's a great day to film me making music. Do we only need 2 chords for that? cool. Did you hear that? How do I have to do this so it sounds as cool as it did? So sorry I've been super quiet this video. I've been just I've been concentrating so much. So I'm just doing the outro. I don't know what else to do here. That's a quite lame ending, but I don't want to bother trying to make the perfect ending. I just want to finish the track. All right, so I'll next listen through the track in full once and try to like start keeping some sort of mental list of things that I want to change. And that's it. So I think there's still some work to do. So let's continue working for a little while today, and the track should be ready after that. I'm still laughing at the ending. Well, it's what it is. I mean, let's just leave it like that. One thing I did notice when this sound comes in, the melody starts, or the ending here, this part, it moves a bit too much when you have the context of the previous section. It's hard to explain, but I'll try to edit it in some way to make it fit a little bit better. So now I know what I was trying to say. So I think these notes could just stay in D the whole way through until we introduce the second kind of harmonic. So let's hear how that sounds like. Let's do this. We will keep it in D the whole way through in the second section as well. And maybe in the drop, we'll let it move around a bit more. I don't know if it needs to move at all. I mean, this section where everything comes in, it's just the best. It's so good. One of my favorite things that I've ever done. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do this. So it's not going to move in the first half, but in the second half it'll start moving because the upper layer, this one here, starts moving more as well. I think the track is almost ready. This has to be the shortest time that I've ever filmed. Of course, the track was pretty far along already when I started recording, but still. Alright, so because we have time, let me listen through the track once more and try to find maybe some small details that I would like to add. Alright, so here are the few things that I think we are going to do. We are going to add a crash, which is going to play in just like maybe 2 places, right here and then at the end of the second drop. So let me do that first and then I'll tell you what the other thing is. thing is that I want to add some sort of ambience recordings in the background of this middle section because it's much more empty than all the other sections, and it could be cool to introduce something, some sort of texture. I never know how to say texture. That's pretty good. So let's try to add some sort of texture in there in a form of a field recording, for example. Ambience making coffee. I like coffee. I should get some coffee. Let's finish the track first. Let's use this one. I don't know why the ending is so funny, but the coffee making was, I mean, maybe it brought something to the track. I don't know if it like adds anything in there, but it didn't make it worse. So we might keep it there. Let's see this transition here. Like I might wanna make this like hit even harder in some way. Like some sort of new effect. And then a reverse snare, maybe. Is it better with the snare or without the snare? Do we need that? It's better without. Why did I spend time on that? Is it better with or without the scratch thing? Oh, damn it. It's probably better without it. Okay, so let's get rid of it. Okay, last thing that I will try to do is check if it would benefit from a short riser. That'll do. I'll probably finish the track later today, and then I think tomorrow we'll do the mixing and mastering, because usually when you like give it one night, you start hearing small mistakes that you did better compared to when you just do one big session and work on the track for a long time. You start getting deaf to the mistakes that you made or some mixing imbalances or something like that. So it's easier to do the mixing, at least for me, when it's not on the same day that I did the production on. So I'll do the mixing and mastering tomorrow, and then I'll record the track for you to hear in full. I think this week was pretty successful, to be honest. I really like the track. It's kind of simple in its idea. I mean, the melodies are just like one note playing, but it's more of the rhythm rather than the melodic components, which is what I usually like to do, is play around with the rhythm. Anyway, that's it for this week's video. That was week 19 of Project 52. If you have decided to take part on this challenge, I hope you liked this week's production. If you haven't heard about the challenge before and you'd like to join it, you can follow the link in the description, which will take you to the Six Temple Discord server. And on the server, we have a Project 52 text channel, and there each week we share the tracks that we've made and give feedback to other people that have joined the challenge. There's not that many of us, and I'd hope to see more people in the challenge. It's okay if you want to just join and not share the tracks. The whole reason of this challenge is to get people who have a dream of being able to finish a lot of tracks and improve in music production to actually finish the tracks and be proud of the results. So if you're like me and it's hard for you to finish the tracks that you start and you just end up with piles and piles of unfinished loops, this could be a great way to kind of start forcing the finishing process of your tracks, and that way it starts becoming like natural, and in the future you start to be able to finish the tracks without even thinking about it. Like you start the whole production process with the goal of finishing the track and not just generating ideas. I feel like it's been super helpful so far, and if that sounds like something you might want to join as well, we would love to have you on the server and love to hear your tracks. Consider subscribing if you'd like to see the future videos. I release every Wednesday. It's been super fun so far, so if you'd like to see what I come up with in the future throughout 2025, be sure to press the subscribe button. So I think that's it for this week's video. Here is the track for week 19 of Project 52, and I really hope you like it. Also, I hope to see you next week for week 20. I can't believe I'm saying this, but we are soon halfway through the year. So see you next week. Until then, bye bye.